did a
so
thing.
many things.
I even fucking tweeted the link. It's out already.
Tweeted the
On
link.
top of my shit, I did.
Retweeted. No, I didn't retweet it.
No, because it's been like 4 seconds.
Announcement.
But, I mean, I don't think it's strictly necessary.
We told people we were gonna do the thing, and then you tweeted a link now that we're doing the thing.
Follow up. See that?
And now we're doing it?
We're doing it right now. Oh, hey. Full disclosure, I'm in a... hi, Alicia. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, Kristen. Alicia says, full disclosure, I'm in a mood and rather full of ye old piss and vinegar tonight. So, Tasha, you may need to wield that wrench against me at some point. Alicia, please. I mean, if you wanted to join us, it's fucking...
I mean, that just sounds
like trying to get your ass to. Yeah, I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. As Robot Corbett drops out, she just taps out immediately.
Oh, poor Robot Corbett. She's been assimilated by Borja.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. I mean, immediately, that's the obvious thing that I thought.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking ditched us immediately. Oh boy. It is.
Listen.
I enjoy your company. I want to hear about RuthCon.
I saw dance.
Dude! I want to yell about it, but I want to not talk so that it comes on the screen. You have to make a noise.
Station breaks.
27 station breaks. That's great.
This is all tying it together. Because when I saw Ruth today, I was like, I saw you in New York last weekend with the station breaks. And she was like, you were there? Like, I was like, yes, I said hi to you. But it's okay. She never remembers me. It's kind of funny. Like, no recognition whatsoever. Which is fine.
I mean, I'm like that with my own friends. So, I mean, you might even say it's a condition. That's what I'm going with.
And then we talked about how friggin' great the station breaks are, and how good the show was. And she's like, they've really gotten cause I think she's seen them before, but it was my first time seeing them. And she's like, they're really good. And I was like, yeah, and it's really different from Swain. I'd seen Swain, but not Station Breaks.
Oh, she was at a show. She was at one of the ones last year. So I remember she ended up on Periscope with dubious consent, but was very much there. Rather here in LA.
Yeah. So she said they'd gotten, not that they'd gotten better, but that they it really had,
really gelled.
Not that they weren't good, but that they were getting really good live, which they were. Holy shit, I loved it. We talked about that, and then I was like, "This is for you. This is from all of us," which was very ambiguous. I was like, it's like letters, and I was like, you don't have to look at it right now. And then she did.
Yes, actually, just take us all the way through that. I think you can mention that one thing too without an issue, because I would just love that.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, first I got her to sign my op where I was cosplaying Crowley with her and Mark, and she was like, ah. And then she was like, trying to figure out what city it was, and then I gave her the book, which I'm not sure her handle.
For context, Pineapple has been collecting for a month, maybe a month, I don't fucking know, a couple of weeks, submissions from people to give to Ruth in a book at this, was it a Comic-Con that you just went to?
Yes, Montreal Comic-Con.
Montreal Comic-Con today. She's very sleepy. We were regaled with tales of the bus at all hours. It was thrilling. You had both been on your way and already seen Ruth by the time I woke up, so I just scrolled through this is gripping. But and it was.
You were sleeping, and I was like, she's getting a novel.
Yeah, it was like my 4 hours. But so Pineapple put together a book with a lot of you lovely motherfuckers. So delivered it today. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, and some people sent really sweet letters, like long letters, and they were beautiful. And then some people sent their photo ops, which she loved seeing the photo ops with people. She was like, oh. And some people sent like cute, funny things like Kristen Lindsay sent a photo of a sign that she had made that says "We love you, Ruth." With her dog next to it. It's so cute. And just all kinds of interest. So Alana, oh, she doesn't mind me sharing. She just put a note on a post-it and taped it to her face and took a photo. And a lot of beautiful art. And then sweet little messages and stuff like that. So it was about 25 pages of stuff. So I was like, you don't have to look at it now. But she was flipping through and she was looking at all the pictures and the art. And she was like, oh, and she was like, you can tell she was like really touched. And
oh, good.
She stopped on a photo of Liz Larson with Ruth and Rob, where they were all like being cute and huggy, and she was like, oh.
Was that a photo op? Did that happen?
It wasn't a photo op. Oh no, I wish. It was like at a Swain show that she was
just something really great that I'm just gonna be jealous of.
It's funny, she's like, what show was that at? And I was like, I don't know. But I was like, I think it was a Viper Room show, and she's like, oh yeah, it was. And she was saying that she at that Viper Room show that she saw Swain at, she wasn't actually planning to go. She was just at like another thing that was happening like next door, and she ran into someone and they were like, oh, we're going to see Swain, like just playing a few doors down. She was like, oh, and then she was like, well, I'll go see them.
So I enjoy that idea very much. Like, oh, where's that shit at? I'll go too. Yeah. Like, you don't say. And then just sneak it right the fuck in there. Because all of their shows have been sold out in will call. Like,
yeah.
So I love that she's like, oh, all right then. Just goes.
Yeah, so she told me that story, and I was like, oh, that's cute. That's cute random happenstance. And yeah, and then she was stopping on photos. She stopped on a photo op of her and Caitlin, and she was like, those leggings that I'm wearing, Marina started escaping those leggings. And I was like, oh. And then, so I was like, there's something special on the last page from someone. And then she flipped to the last page where there was a tube of ointment for burns that was sent from Shirts. At first she was like confused for a couple seconds, and then I pointed to, because I had everyone's Twitter handles next to the messages, and I was like, it's from Stans. And she was like,
at Stan. It's fucking burn cream.
And it just said, Stans believes in you. And she just got this evil glint in her eye. Like,
yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. That was exactly what I was hoping for. I don't know if I said this to you or to her, but like, I just really hope that the response there is like an escalation of like hostilities.
I have a feeling that was what the wheels were turning. I felt like I saw
that little glint.
I felt like I saw a glimpse of Rowena for a second, just like that. Oh, okay.
I do too. I get why everybody loves Ruth, because like she's so polite and sweet and unassuming, and then you sort of mentally replay something she said 4 seconds ago, and you're like, wait a fucking second, did she say what okay. Like, I was at her panel at Phoenix, and she was telling that story about taking those extra Castiel calendars across the border and how she got them through customs because the person was a fan of Supernatural. But I enjoyed that in the retelling of this, she not only dimes out Stans like immediately, like, oh, such and such called me up and said I have all these things. Like, she throws her under the bus, uses her name, is like at like Twitter handle. I was like, she told it again today.
And she was like, Stans, whose name is Michelle, who's lovely, just like outed her.
It makes me so happy.
I forgot to mention that. I was like, that's on purpose.
It's on purpose. And like, she's so sweet about it. Just don't see it coming. So like, when I'd seen the other day, like, you guys were at the Station Breaks tour, and I saw the tweet from Stans. It was like selfies of all of them. I was like, wait a fucking second. And later on, it's like, she's a phone stealer? She did that? I didn't like it. I was like, haha, happy seal clap. Like, get it, Ruth.
Yeah,
because it's just so satisfying.
Why would she out herself like that? Like she's going with that mystique. And then
Except she super didn't. It's great. Oh yay, Corbett's back.
My drunk self with no sense of volume at the show was like, I was talking to Julie, I was like, that one's Shirts. That's Shirts over there. And of course, like 3 other people heard me and they were like, Shirts is here? And we're like, where? And then so they were very rabid about wanting to meet her.
You should totally do that. It's gonna come back to bite me. Somebody's gonna be fucking watching this and send it to her. Do that though. Just do it. Just call her out.
It was really funny.
Tell her I said she loves it.
I went to talk to her, and then Caitlin was behind me. She's like, "I'm such a big fan." And she like went and hugged her, and I was like, "Aw, it's cute." Yeah.
Dimitri, who told a story about cutting a TSA line? I'm into it. There's a delay. I'm like staring intently at the screen like it's gonna tell me. Hi, Corbett. Maybe.
So wait, that lady sitting with Rachel was Shirts. Yes. Yes, it was. So Justin Guarini was there?
Oh.
Oh, are you there, Corbett? I think I hear you. Like, just general noise.
Yeah, like in here, but I heard like a sort of despairing no.
Trying to remember what else she said when I was getting her autograph. Oh yeah, when
pineapple. Go ahead.
When she the burn cream thing, there was like a guy behind her. I don't know if it was like.
Don't know. I.
We got you, buddy.
She's doing her best.
She's horrified. Look at her face. She's like, I hate this. I want to fix technology, but I don't know how.
Honestly,
Corbett.
I have nothing else open.
Okay, what if you turn it on voice only?
I can't even see you guys.
Okay, turn it on voice only. And do that by going up to the gear
Repeated
and the
error
upper
messages.
right. I'm gonna type it in the chat.
I like that every word just gets elongated.
I know. It's like you don't want to laugh, but it's also like it's a little terrifying. There she is.
Aww.
Miss you, buddy. We appreciate your efforts to be here.
Thank you.
I'm typing to you in the Hangout chat with instructions to change how the thingy is doing the thing. Jennifer, I saw that selfie and I was like, huh. I recognize those people. Like there wasn't like words accompanying the reaction, but I had one. Yes.
I'm gonna show and tell while she's fixing that.
Yeah, do it.
I bought some art because it had Gabriel on it. It had Gabriel on it. So I bought it.
It super does.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking earlier?
Yeah.
It's really frustrating because like I want to click on your screen so that when I talk it doesn't go to me, but then it means to switch views I have to individually click on everyone each time.
No, you can fix that. If you double click on someone else, it'll go back
No,
to
I just want it to work. There's no fixing it.
Yeah. Hey Corbett, I'm gonna DM you, okay? Julia's gonna join us too.
It's not
Corbett.
giving me buttons.
Buddy, I know that the computer is threatening right now. I'm saying you're not provoking it, and I understand that. But I'm gonna send you in DM just a short set of instructions to make it voice only. And this will help us, I feel. It is worth the effort. Corbett, I'm gonna fucking text you. I swear to fucking God. Tell your story, Pineapple.
Pained digital sounds.
Oh, is it voice only now? Did she do it? See, now we can't even tell through like
I
visual.
really
cues.
am trying.
Oh, there you
You
go.
did it. See, it works now.
You sound like a person.
Yeah. Oh, she came back.
It just came back to you while you were like face palming.
Like, the
You were
the
like,
weary acceptance pose. All right, Corbett. Do you? I mean, so let's see.
welcome to the troubleshooting segment.
Yes. Tell a story, you fuck. Hey, Corbett, just click off your camera. Just click it off, and then it'll just be your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just click.
I'm
You just-
crying.
I like that our struggle entertains you that much.
Corbett versus
See, now I can't
technology.
tell if Corbett's just
Better
disengaged
storyline in
from
season
us, like she's dissociating, or if she's done the thing. It's,
You're running commentary on her motivations.
well, I got the reaction. Fuck off, Scout.
I'm telling you, there are no
James
buttons
Cl-
displaying.
James Kleppel.
Like it's.
Who the fuck is James?
Oh god,
Oh gosh.
I was so confused.
I
was like,
Right.
Who's here?
I was like, that's not how this works. Holy shit.
No, but I'm telling you, like the words weren't appearing. Like there was nothing to click on.
You did it, Corbett. You did it. Hey, Julia, you do not have sound. Gosh, we are in
Like
trouble
carrier
shooting segment. We
pigeon.
got this. Like a
A
carrier pigeon.
pneumatic tube.
Nothing, Julia.
I should hope so. I don't know.
You got this, man. We're all just gonna chill for a sec. Wow. Whatever is happening.
Oh God, something
Figures
like
itself
heavy
out.
metal.
I mean, Julia, you look fantastic. There is that. I don't know what you're doing, but I saw. Oh, thank you. So there's not a delay.
This cow just said,
A-holes
"This is
versus
going
technology. Correct. Anyway,
How to do
Pineapple.
the thing. It's just whether it will allow me to access the.
Corbett, you have a whole other level of struggle with, like, you're interacting with Google Hangouts
That's what
on a
I've
level
been
that I don't even
doing.
understand.
Okay. But there's such a lag. There's such a lag that I don't trust that it's working.
I cannot say for sure that it is. I'm still processing that somebody called James Kleppel joined the call.
Oh, I am so bad. So
I
bad.
don't think that's your fault."
No. All right, guys, we got
Okay,
this.
did that work?
Well, we have you on audio, but I'm pretty sure you can't hear us very well.
It's almost like she's hearing us on a delay.
I think she is, and then there's Julia, who hears us in real time but can't say anything back.
This is going great.
Okay.
Great. It's great. We're doing it. This is fascinating. Yeah, Christina, it's certainly something. We got this.
She's
Oh,
doing it.
Christina left. But no, fucking Corbett left. I can't even read at this point.
All right, I'm just gonna show you this picture now.
Okay. Julia, do you know what the deal is with your? That is super cute.
Thank you.
That is super cute.
There's so much hair happening in that photo. Just so much.
I like how we just have Julia just like appearing in an interesting fashion. Like, oh yeah. Paisley, somebody's gonna have to explain to me this Welcome to Chili's meme. Maybe Corbett can talk and Julia can lip sync it. Corbett left. I think that Julia left. Everything is really complicated right now. Listen, Leslie. We do the best we can, which is not very good, but we keep trying. It's a great photo op you had. I thought it was great.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Almost knocked over my Tim Hortons. Yeah, so, okay, back to the story. So when I was showing her the book, she got to the burn cream and an evil glint, and then there was a guy behind her. I don't know if he was like a handler or I don't know who he was, but he was very interested. And then he's like, what is that? And she's like, oh, because she's like, I'll explain it to you later. But it was funny watching her try to explain why there was a tube of ointment in her gift.
How'd that go over?
Well, she was, yeah, so he was confused. She was like, I'll explain it to you later. And then I think that was it. I think that's all she said. I was there for a while, and then I started feeling stressed, like I was taking too long, which makes me awkward and like sounded like I was like not interested in talking to her. But I'm just like, I just feel this like crushing anxiety. Like, am I encroaching on the like
pressure's on?
The longer the autograph session goes on, no matter who it is, I start to feel stressed because like I feel like I should be moving on.
It's a stress spiral. I hear you.
Which just makes me awkward because I'm already nervous.
I've done that. I've been weird at Kim, Matt, Rob, like all like seemed impatient and like we're like, okay, buddy, have a good one, great seeing you. Like, but because you feel so much pressure from the not because
that's exactly it. I feel like I came off like impatient. Like I'm done talking to you. I'm done hearing your. It's literally just like I don't want to take up too much time. So I'm gonna be awkward. Yeah, and then afterwards she was like, she like came around the table and she gave me a little hug and it was really cute. And that was that. And then I saw Nathan Fillion.
I was gonna say that was my favorite part. We're like, so I don't know if anybody saw it, but yesterday, Pineapple had this stroke of genius, which we immediately aggressively supported, which was like, I should get a photo op of Nathan Fillion in my Kings of Con shirt. We were like, yes, he would be a legend and a hero. Like, it just immediately felt right. But then, for some reason, hours later, she was like, blah, 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 I guess it's rude or disrespectful or something. Maybe Robin Rich wouldn't think it was funny. I don't know. It had some human decency. It was very...
Yeah.
We all got through
it. My conscience kicked in, and I was like, should I get a photo with someone in order to mock them on the internet? It's not
And my feeling
nice.
was a strong yes.
I was like, the intent here is pretty malicious. It's
yes, and I thought that was a strong theme and therefore made it memorable.
And then I thought, what if
Corbett's dubious face?
And then I thought, what if some motherfucking con man fans did that to Robin Rich? And I would want to murder them.
You would hunt them in their sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have broken bones. Because I would be like, don't you disrespect them like that?
How dare you?
And then you know what? I did not make fun of him by wearing a Kings of Con shirt.
But it was because it was you.
What?
It's because it was you.
I mean, at no point did we question this plan.
Fair. So yes, Pineapple can do this.
Out of decency for Nathan Fillion's fans, who probably have feelings that are worth considering, I did not do the thing.
It's arguable.
Yeah, I'm on a delay. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's better than it was. It's better than it was.
Yeah, well, I just trusted her.
But I did see him.
So Pineapple saw him, and she would. Oh, she is on a delay. She would update us and be like, "Guys, I glared at him. He can't see me, but I glared at him a little." He'd be like, "Yeah."
I was literally standing there like, couldn't see me. I was 30 feet away. He's talking to people, and I'm like, I don't like you.
Maybe he felt it though. Maybe he did. Corbett
Yeah.
had offered an affirmation at the time, which I was very sleepy and lazy and didn't comment on, but I was gratified by it. Like, he doesn't know it, but he knows it.
Like on
He
some
knows.
level, he suddenly felt
On some level.
unsettled. Yes. And then what else happened? Photo ops happened. And I gave her a little hug and it was cute. And man, the photo ops at any other con that isn't a supernatural con with Schmelke is just not as gratifying a process. Because like my hair fell in my face and I immediately went to push it out, but he took the photo and I was like, I looked at him, he's like, okay. And I was like, really? And then, so I have hair in my face, but I was like, Schmelke would not have stood for this. He would have done it.
No, because he's a fucking polite human being who probably recognizes that people don't like hair in their face. And they've visibly gone to correct it.
It was just when I leaned over, it like flew in my face a little.
Scout says that she's had Fillion's fans come after her. I want the details. I want them. Where'd Julia go? She went to get different headphones. Either that or she just popped smoke, and that was like a really convenient reason to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, same link. She's coming back.
And then Ruth's panel, there were so many. Okay, the photo ops too. There were so many fucking people in Ruth's line. I was just like, ridiculously. I have no reason to feel proud, but I just felt like a proud mother hen. Like, yes, love her. Like,
you guys are doing right with your lives. Doing right.
Like, choices. I feel good about it. Yeah. So there's a long ass line, and that was just one session of 3 over the weekend, and I was like, good. Women don't sell though, right?
Eat a dick, motherfuckers.
Eat a Daniela. And then her panel was in a fucking massive room, which people totally filled up. There were a lot of, like, it was comparable to the size of like the creation cons. It was like almost full.
And this is in like a convention center, yeah?
Yeah, like a massive convention center. I don't know if that was the main theater or if there was a bigger one, but it was pretty fucking huge. And I was like,
oh,
hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
You've got to mute us. Yes, you've got to mute us though.
Okay. All right, bye, Jimmy. Thanks.
Or she's literally just on the phone.
Yep, just on the phone.
Sorry.
What's up, guys?
hi.
I think Corbett's given up, but I admire her dedication in still being here and tolerating us.
Aww.
I don't know how much of the lag I'm on.
I mean, not much at that time, but only because we called you out.
She sounds so forlorn.
She's constantly exasperated with technology. Like, this motherfucker can find the shoestrings, the shoelaces that Ricky Spades owned in 4th grade. She can find something you breathed on 4 weeks ago. But if it comes to pushing the right button on something that interacts with you in real time via the internet, she will dress it down very effectively, and you'll find yourself questioning it. Like, all I know is that, like, she's staring at her computer right now in a way that makes it feel like less of an object that deserves to exist in the real world. I don't blame her, but, like, I know the feeling of that silence. It's very familiar. You hang out, Corbett.
I just saw Christina's comment that says, to be clear, I aggressively supported Hamilton tickets over the photo op, not human decency over photo op.
Noted. Poetic approach to my ineptitude I've ever heard.
Yeah, we'll call it that. It's scorn. And it's rightful. I like that your shirt says "Slow Ride," Julia.
Yeah.
Does that reference something, or is it just meant to be inexplicable?
It's Foghat. That's the only thing that I've got.
Foghat?
Did we not know?
It's just saying
I'm sorry,
words,
I don't
she's just
listen to
saying
any
words.
music from like the last 2 decades. Foghat is it's an old band.
Got it. I don't know those. Tally despairs of me. Alright. Cool.
Emmy says, I admire you. You did not go the bros, not Halo's route. Yeah, honestly, because I remembered the time someone did an op to make fun of Misha. I was like, oh man, I don't
Yeah,
want to
but
be
Misha's
that.
not a fucking dick.
That's true. That's true. But
I know that like it's not an excuse to take the low road just because somebody else is like subterranean level and it still be the high road comparatively, but it like feels real justified at that time.
it's true. I feel like I would have done it to Alan Tudyk
You should.
because I like him even less. Fucking Alan Tudyk.
Hi, Pineapple,
Hi.
by the way.
Hi.
Yeah, it's the novelty of the idea plus the quality of the person involved.
Aw. Me, I'm the quality person, right?
Oh yeah.
Not Fillion.
The idea plus the quality of the person
involved. Might be. What's up, chat?
Me, I'm the quality person, right?
What's happening?
Trying to read the chat.
Here too. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Take it easy, Julia.
Oh, Fallon, what did they say to Dis Kings of Con?
I'm just
Do I
gonna
now
have to
have
stop talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because apparently.
Yeah. And
Yes, but I'm in the past. 30 seconds to a minute.
That's super weird.
this is so disjointed.
We love you anyway.
We do.
That's okay.
Someone just tweeted me, where's my Matt Smith? I don't know. I'm not his keeper. Scout says Corbett is the Internet Explorer of the a-holes right now. Okay. Why don't we talk about the dads, the station dads?
Oh my god, Dad.
Julia, how did you like seeing your
How did I
first
find
fandom event? You popped your
Um,
fandom cherry.
It was rather lovely, if I'm being honest. It was great. I don't know that it really exceeded my expectations because I didn't have any, but the show was definitely banging. I really enjoyed, like leading up to it. You all were just kind of telling me about how great they all are and how sweet they all are, and I was like, they're musicians. I grew up around musicians my whole life. I was like, there's no way that they're that great. I mean, I was expecting like some sort of, you know, aloofness or whatever, but there was none of it. There was none of that. In fact, I was like overwhelmed. I was like, you were worried about how I personally enjoyed the show? I mean, that's wonderful and unexpected.
Oh, tell them what happened when you went for your photo op with them the first night.
What did you say?
Tell her. So the first night the way that it was set up is we went in for the VIP and there was a Q&A for about 30 minutes and then we had photo ops.
Yeah, that Q&A was great. I mean, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
I know you guys were saying from the other shows and stuff, I haven't really been keeping up because I've been so busy, so I didn't realize what was going to be going on. And since we were right up front that first night, that was kind of like, well, we're right there. And then obviously after that, we did the photo op thing, and that was really cool. But all I really remember from that, I mean, I remember being sort of nervous, but then it was like fine once I got there. And then I just kind of stated that I was the new kid. And then they just proceeded to introduce themselves each by name as if I didn't know who they were. I was like, that's just so gentlemanly of each and every one of you. But yeah, it was really nice. I think the photos turned out good. And
Okay, Corbett is bowing out.
yeah.
It's okay, Corbett. It's just technology. Fucks up.
It's
sometimes.
tough, man. I had my own troubles when this first started.
Your shirt says slow ride. I'm still on that.
The title of this.
I don't live in a second. Corbett's 30 seconds behind, but I'm like at least 10 years behind. It's fine. We're good.
Julia is wonderful. Correct.
Mm.
Yes.
Nice.
So I've been thinking about like when we started doing this, it was just like we were just going to test out the software that YouTube offers, or rather the client that it offers. But our plan was we were going to record like podcast style commentary on Kings of Con. And I've been thinking about, it's like $300, but I've been thinking about like throwing down for the software that you need to be able to play video in a live stream. So we could just do this, but also we could play videos.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really fucking funny. But I don't know if anyone would be interested in that, but it would entertain the shit out of me.
Oh yeah. In fact, I think I know that
being
you
able to play Kings of Con.
Yeah, I know that you weren't soliciting this, but I'm sure we'd be able to help you out with that, because that would be an excellent addition to Fake Radio.
No, it's not. It's not that like I'm not gonna ask anybody for money, because I mean, no. But like knowing whether anyone is interested in that,
right,
is valuable. Like because I will certainly do it, and then have no one be interested, and then I will live stream me talking to myself about Kings of Con and be extremely satisfied with the result, because I think I'm fucking funny. But like knowing
Same.
if anyone else is interested, it's valuable. Okay, all right, I see. Okay, cool. I'm glad to see that the chat is interested. Jess, Pal, Leslie, Beck, Dimitri. Okay, cool. Sweet, because I mean, like a lot of the reason that I was so a proponent of doing any kind of podcast at all, which turned into a live stream because it was convenient and we were angry and had a lot to say, and then it became really addictive, is because Corbett and Pineapple are so fucking funny. I cannot live. Like that's why I tweet screen caps of them, because they're like Rob and Rich, like in terms of like just set them on a topic. I'm like. Like I just want to hang out and listen to them talk about shit because it's fucking hilarious. But no pressure or anything, Pineapple. I would like a weekly drunk app. It's Scout. When you're on, like that's already what happens.
I greatly enjoyed watching the A-Hole Radio I was not on. Well, other than like yelling into a phone incoherently from New York, because I just enjoyed watching you guys do the thing, and I was like, this is so entertaining.
You do this, but it's more like just drinking tea a little bit. I need drunk Phantom History, girl.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
drunken
Because-
Phantom History. That's interesting. I like
Gosh, that is
Someone did
Tempting.
drunk history, Swain.
Blood and Swain. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
That was fucking hilarious.
You did a great job.
The information was completely incorrect, but it was really entertaining.
It's fine. They're drunk. What are they?
People acting it out and everything. It was so funny.
I don't know what history we'll talk about, but I will be here. I'm being drunk, yelling about history. And Christina, that's what I value about our friendship. All right, Fallon.
I want to talk about because I was so like the whole time the Station Breaks were like doing their tour before they got to New York, I was so wildly confused at what was going on during those meet and greets. Because everyone was just vague, like, oh, they answered questions. I was like, what was the format? What exactly happened? no one was explaining what was happening in quite the
What can I expect in terms of tactics?
So what, and I don't know if it was a little bit different from show to show, but what happened in New York was we lined up and then we went in and then everyone took a spot in front of the stage and like threw their shit down like, this is my spot. And then the guys came out, they came out and then it was a very, very small venue, it was a really great venue. I loved it so much. Like it felt very like small and intimate and there was a balcony up high and the balcony had seats. So like anybody who was like, you know, couldn't stand or whatever, or wanted to sit could go up there and have like a fucking great view of the show. So that was really cool. So yeah, so everyone staked out their spot and then the guys came out and then for 30 minutes they were like, okay, so we're just, you know, just throw out questions or whatever. And I was like holding my hand up like a like a kid in school, like I have a question. Yeah, and then like Rob was like, yes, you have a question. And I just like I felt so much like a small child being like, yeah. So I asked them what was the difference, like how do they know if a song is going to be a Loud and Swain song or a Station Breaks song, which I thought was a good question because I've been wondering that.
I think they said it was a good question.
Yeah, they did. The crowd went, oh, because I'd been wanting to ask that for like a year, but there's never really like a good time and place to ask it, like because I didn't want to ask such a specific Rob question at the R2M panel. So it was fun to get to ask them like music questions specifically. So I really enjoyed, like we've all like said we want a Swain panel, and this was basically a Station Breaks panel, which was I really, really enjoyed.
The second one got a little saucy.
It did get a little saucy. There was a lot of like people just shouting things out, which was okay.
Yeah.
You sound so Canadian just then. I loved it.
Those are just treasured moments.
Just contributing.
Yeah,
Yes.
the shouting out, I couldn't decide how I felt about that. For one, it was you know, like enthusiasm and, you know, people being into the thing that's happening, but at the same time I was like, bro.
It, like some of it was like okay when they were like relevant to what was being said, like a follow-up question. And then some of it was like yeah, Jason, you look good. Like, okay, that doesn't you don't need to shout that.
Not everybody can be as completely delightful as Pineapple can be when they're drunk. Just like even more polite somehow. I don't know how that
I
happened.
love how much footage there is from different people of the two of you, of Pineapple being trashed but just delightful, and Julia being right there and just like bemused by this and be like,
I was living my best.
yeah, it was apparent. I was like, I enjoyed how much you were like sort of passively entertained by this, but accepting.
Yeah.
Like, because it's very apparent in the several different camera angles that exist.
Because I got there and I got a drink, and then I immediately got another drink, and then we went to the bar, and we're like, and I was like, I remember that it was your birthday that week, and I was like, we gotta do shots.
It's just so desperate about it. It's like,
because literally I saw someone else taking a shot, and I was like, we should do shots, and so we did. And then we went back to our spot in front of the stage, and then someone just handed me another one. It was Jennifer.
I mean, that was pretty boss. It just came through the crowd. I didn't even see who got it. It was just a glass of whiskey. I was just like,
it was
okay.
a shot of whiskey. There was a lot of it.
It was a glass.
You took a shot passed through a crowd?
Yes, she did.
What? I don't know what's weirder, that happened or you just accepted it.
It was the most amazing thing. I was like, this is just, yeah, this is appropriate.
This is clearly for you, so go for it. Yeah.
I knew the person handing it to me.
It was just like a disembodied hand, like, here you go. You clearly need the more alcohol at this stage.
And like, I am a lightweight, but I was like, I have the shot, I'm gonna take it. And then
There's only one
I'm
course
not
of action.
throwing away my shot.
Oh my god.
That was a good time.
Um,
Did it look like a good time to you all? I think
It super did. It was like somebody had asked me how my weekend went, and they're like, "Was it fun?" And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't do jack shit, but I had a great time." Because all
That's
of you were so prolific in like, you know, talking about what was happening and enjoying it and posting photos. And just before that, it was I think it was like her name's Dee Dee, like a rumpus room or whatever. Like just her live tweeting, seeing that show twice was so fucking funny. I'm actually like partway through making a storify of it, or not a storify, like a Twitter moment, because it was so goddamn funny. It was I was like, this is valuable entertainment. I need to preserve this.
And then I apparently just repeated the same things over and over and over via DM to you.
It was valuable information.
yeah, it was like the first time every time. I was having a great time.
Same back. I had a great. Oh yeah, it was Periscope was a huge part of that, as it always is. Like, because once that's on the table, it's like people schedule their evening around it. If you know you're that particular kind of trash, which I am, and several people I know are. But like, it made it a moment that you could be a part of, and so it was really great to have that happen over and over. Where you're like, oh, the thing is tonight, and all our friends that we've been watching all day enjoy the thing, get ready for the thing, spend time with their friends who they would never have met outside of these circumstances. Then there's this lead up to like this event that everybody's a part of. And it feels like you're spending your day that way. Even if you're wherever the fuck in the world, you are spending your weekend that way too. So for me, it was like, I don't know what the fuck I did a 4th of July weekend, but I know I was very busy, I was very entertained, and I had a great time.
Yay, I'm glad. At one point, I think we looked at each other like, are we like tweeting too much about having a good time and making everyone else unhappy? Like,
by comparison.
and then
I thought it was great.
No, I think it's okay. And then there was
Yeah, I had no big comparison. I mean, I know from other events that you guys have been at, and then you know the tweet storm that happens afterwards. But I didn't know what was. I just was tweeting what I felt like tweeting. I didn't really have too much of a conscious thought about it.
It's weird to be like, to consciously strike a balance there. It's like just having to think about it to begin with is strange. And I know that for like when my first con that I actually got to go all the way through to, I went to NJCon 2015. I don't count that because I missed half the weekend for a missed flight, and then Travis Aaron Wade ruined the rest of it indirectly, so I don't count that one. But the first full one I actually got to go to and participate in was Vegas last year. And at that time I was periscoping everything, and I'm like tweeting gifs of everything, and I was super focused on that. Which it is work in the same way that like, you know, doing social media for a company is work. If you have an objective and you have like an idea of what you want to put out there, it takes time. But I was enjoying it. But then over time, over the last year and a half, it's like I know that I've become like, when I'm at a con, I'm inaccessible. I'll tweet something out every couple hours, like, oh, this happened, but it's super disjointed. Like, it takes focus. You have to have an idea of what you're trying to share and then make a conscious choice to do it. I don't think it's obligatory for anybody. But it's certainly not like, it's fucking tough, man.
I wasn't
chat is
really-
a lot. Everybody's saying things. So
They are, and I'm listening to you, but I'm also seeing all this stuff go by, and I feel like, okay.
It's hard, right?
No,
You're
ignore
like
me.
trying to listen to Lua, but also read, and then like
Honestly, reading is definitely the better bet.
no.
But
You're
I
like-
might not be all there.
I'm a
reading
really
too.
bad multitasker. Yeah, I don't actually read anything while I'm at cons and stuff. Like I just tweet, and I have no idea
Absolutely,
what's.
I know the least about the cons that I was at.
Yeah. It's like I feel more in touch with what's going on when I'm not at the con, like not at the event, than when I'm at the
Totally,
event.
because you have like a bird's eye view.
I barely remember doing this, but I took a little video of Fairly Well and just tweeted it at Robbie Thompson. Yeah.
That's not weird. That's okay. You're his favorite, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's a fact.
It's just a fact.
Yeah, so yesterday I came home to find a package from Robbie Thompson. And I legit, like, tears in my eyes. I was like, this is the nicest thing.
We were all dead.
I didn't want to tell you because you were having an emotional like moment at the time, but I had immediately like messaged him like, "Hey, thanks for making my friend so happy." And the only thing he said back was a single pineapple emoji.
Shut up. I cannot.
I just sat there all night with a big stupid grin on my face.
He said he was gonna send you one, and he sent you like a fuck ton.
I know.
He indirectly ruins everything. Let us not talk about that. I'm slowly catching up.
And he covered it with 20 pineapple stickers. And I'm like,
You counted them, and that's sweeter.
Mhm.
keeping that envelope forever. Yeah, and he wrote little messages on each one. Not the stickers, on the books.
He signed them individually.
I feel like it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and it didn't happen to me.
Like, I wasn't even there, and I'm just so grateful.
I was like, I'm so blessed that this happened.
Right? Dad Prime truly is good to his bastard internet children.
He is.
That's Dad.
What had happened was I bought Silk Volume 1 and 2 because logically things start at the number 1, but it starts with 0. And then the comic book shop had 1 and 2, and I went back and asked for 0, and they did not have it. And I was like, okay. So yeah, so I didn't have 0. And I was like, I guess I'll have to order it or something. So he sent me that one, and he wrote, wanted to make sure you had the whole set. And I was like, God damn, that's so sweet.
You know what's great is it was.
What?
Hold on.
Is my camera working? It keeps cutting out, but I don't know if it's just me.
It's cutting out a little bit, but it's not prohibitive.
Like, in this comic has like a circular thing, and he wrote there are no pineapples on this pizza.
Motherfucker.
It's adorable.
So remember you had been saying like, so Pineapple ordered the comics, and I always no, I'm gonna make excuses for myself. It's not necessary. She orders the comics, and she's like going through them, and like immediately starts like live updating me and Corbett. Like as she turns the page, like, and then he said this, and like you can't hate it because it's continually very funny. So we were just getting like screenshots of like, and then this happened, and we're like, that is great though. And she wasn't sure if it was like the done thing to tweet, like, can you take a picture of that because it's an artist's work and it's like proprietary content, all that shit. So I'd messaged him and be like, hey, so is this cool or not? Because I genuinely just wanted to know. I try not to fuck up in that way, and I just want to know the answer. And he's like, yeah, no, it's cool. I'll send her 0 if she wants it. And I was like, Zero chill. Pineapple's biggest fan.
He doesn't even hide it. It's...
No. No, he sent 20 pineapple stickers. He doesn't hide it.
Just look at her face. Goals.
Fact. God damn it, I had a typo. Gosh darn it. What else happened or is happening that we should...
Oh yeah, during the dad's Q&A. Pao asked them, does your family know that we call you the dads? Which started a whole segment of the Q&A that was just dad based.
Yeah.
And just Rob just like sort of
got down to it.
About it. And then I was like, does it bother you? And he was like, no. And then
does it though?
I wonder. I don't think they understand it. Like I don't think they get it. I think they think we think they're old. Which is
Rob certainly does.
Yeah, it hadn't occurred to me before because it was just an expression, of course, I had to learn when I started in this fandom because who else calls everybody dad? But, and I also blame Hanson for that, so thank you. But it never had occurred to me before last weekend that they were like, oh, they think we're old. Absolutely not. We just...
I think Jason
it's a whole thing to explain, but...
I think Jason thinks it's funny and he's fine with it. Like he plays along with it. He's tweeted the hashtag Dad and the Dads. Like he bought the t-shirt.
He retweeted 2 people during the tour that specifically said the dads. Like,
yeah.
Right.
I don't think it bothers him at all. I think Rom is like just doesn't quite understand why we say it.
I mean, if it makes them feel better, just in the shows that I've seen, they certainly have more output of energy in 1 hour period than I've ever had in my entire life. So
honestly,
like, never will I ever have enough energy to do what they've done. So
no, not on my best day.
Nope.
His daughter wears a Dad and Dad shirt.
And I just could not. I could not.
It is weirdly kind of the opposite of calling someone daddy, and that's specifically what it was in response to. Was the weird, extreme sexualization from total strangers as a like reaction to like your fave doing something. It was like it was subverted in that way to become this like ironically positive thing, but then like slang that you use to be ironic just sticks around. So you become the person that you were laughing at.
No longer ironic.
But you mean it in like a cool way. But it's never cool. And mostly Robbie Thompson's responsible for that. He did that.
He really is. He really really pioneered
absolutely
that.
is.
But I feel like the tables have completely turned because now he's Dad Prime. Everyone calls him Dad. I wonder if
he uses it too. He acts like he's so like so disengaged. Like, oh, I don't know what internet shit means. Robbie Thompson understands fandom. I think it was you or Corbett that said it better than fandom does. Like, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, that live stream he did where he was like, I don't know why people do this. Why people comment. And we were like, that's bullshit. That is bullshit.
Of course, you know.
I see what you're doing. You know what it means.
Yeah, no, he's full of shit. You guys, I can't even read the things that you say out loud.
They're going off.
Oh God, I haven't looked at the chat in a few minutes and I'm a little scared.
I mean, it's honestly just like a straightforward description of what we're talking about, but it's like a little too real. He did write fanfic.
Dimitri said, I love A-Hole Radio because it's interactive Friends TV. Aw.
Oh, that makes me want to do a better job and not be total shit at it. We are total shit at this. Oh, Corbett's here. He does continue to write fanfic. Dude, if you guys read Silk, like, you will recognize, like, not even, it's not references to fandom specifically, but you will recognize, like, you'll know yourself when you read that shit. You're like, oh, he's talking to us. He continues to do that, and that's what we value about him as a writer for Supernatural. But, like, it's still there.
Mhm.
Amanda's the
What I
one
was,
doing it. It's very funny.
I was thinking about this morning because I was reading a little bit of it on the bus, and I was like, Silk's narration is like, Silk is narrating, but on another level, he's narrating. Like, there's two different
Totally,
things going
yes.
on, and I love it so much. I love it so much.
It's super funny because it's so relatable. Like, it's
Mhm.
so, like, yeah. It's shit that you wish you said.
It's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
It's very funny, yeah.
I get through like
Like,
two.
I don't even care about comic books, but when you see this, you're like, okay, I need all of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, it's that good.
Dad.
Fact.
And it's like Silk is very different from Charlie. She has very much her own character, but like there are but it's very much like Robbie's voice, like that humor, like the.
It's very much there, yeah. I mean, I've only seen what you sent us in, like, caps, and I can say, like, yep, that's Robbie. I think
Like,
even
everybody
over
should
it,
go back
Jess? I don't know.
because it's fucking great. And I saw a T-shirt with Silk on it today, and I got so excited and I bought it immediately.
Oh, yay.
I love.
I feel like something else has happened. What has happened? Oh boy, what does this mean? Not gonna click on that. Never mind.
Well,
Dimitri, you super should. Like, you will love the shit out of it immediately. Like, this is right up your alley, dude.
have I told you about the stripes?
The stripes, I don't know, have you?
Were you guys aware that she and Billy were both wearing stripes that one night?
Christina.
Did you guys know? Make abundantly
Poor
clear to you?
Christina. I barely remember what happened in that moment, but I know that I was talking to Christina and I was really fucking intense, like, we're wearing stripes. We have to take a picture with Billy because he's wearing stripes. And I think I like dragged her outside to do this. It's not really clear in my head. To do it.
It wouldn't
I
be
remember you messaged us before you were gonna do it, and you told us that you were wearing stripes, and Billy was wearing stripes, and Christina was wearing stripes, and you didn't tell us what that meant, but you told us all three of those things in all caps.
Yep.
And I was like, that is valid information.
I'm like a
Thank you.
fucking drunk goldfish.
It was amazing. Like, nobody's judging you for it. It was fantastic.
It was the most precious thing I've ever seen. Those performance art.
And I don't remember this happening. But Billy grabbed my phone charger cable that was apparently hanging out of my bag.
I wasn't there for that, but I heard all about that. That was great.
He's like, I don't want you to trip on this, which is what I'm told that he said to me, that I have no memory. And then Dad's like, oh, thanks, Dad.
We're such assholes.
You're such assholes.
Who behaves this way in public? That would be.
I do remember Billy saying, this is our White Stripes moment. Or White Stripes picture. He said something White
I
Stripes.
saw this all happening from a fair distance, so I don't think that I heard any of that. But Tasha may be able to. I don't know if she's up on this.
I may have spilled water on him. I don't know.
At least it was water. That's okay. So one of the dads knocked over one of our drinks at one point, so it's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
One of ours?
Well, it was during the one photo op, I think. Because do you remember the first night we had all of our stuff like right up at the front, and then
Yeah.
That's where they were doing the photo ops. Do you not remember that at that point? I mean, like that was pretty early in the night. Just saying.
I remember the photo ops. I don't remember them knocking over a drink.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that happened.
Was it mine?
No. Where's Leslie at? She was next to me.
Ruth.
She says yes. Leslie says yes. I didn't make that up. That happened.
Who?
It
Yeah,
may have
who
been
what?
a drink.
Mine?
No, Leslie's.
Leslie's?
Mhm.
Okay. It was really important to find out whose drink they knocked over.
Y'all, this is very pertinent information. Just trying to see what we remember. That's all. That's the fun game.
And for my photo op,
I remember a lot of it.
for my photo op, I had already been drinking.
Yeah.
So inhibitions were gone. And
Yeah, you had
information-
tweeted about you had told us about we're gonna get some drinks, and it was like 5:30, and we're like, oh fuck.
It was high octane fun that night. And then the second night was something else, but it was still fun. Yeah. I feel like I still came off fairly dignified though. I feel like I need to pat myself on the back.
everything you do is
So I
dignified.
was expecting the exact opposite.
I know I went up for the photo op and I looked at Billy and I was like, I skipped Canada Day for this. I know that. He just said, thank you for doing that. It was like, so it's Canada's 150th birthday, so it's like all freaking year long. It's been like, this is a big deal. And in Canada Day was July 1st. And it's a big deal. And then I left the day before and I was sassed in the airport for it. They were like, you're going to see some band in New York? You're going to miss the big 150? And I was like, yes. I was like, I guess that's not very patriotic. And he was like, no. I was like, why am I saying this?
Excuse me, sir, I'm not a fake fan.
What?
When there's a line, I will meet it.
I'm a fake Canada fan? Fake fan?
No. I said, as if you're, never mind, don't worry about it.
So I told Billy that for whatever reason. And then got the photo, and then I was like, I asked Rob if I could have a hug. And then he hugged me, and I was immediately trying to let go because I didn't want to bother them, because wanted to keep the line moving. But he held on, and I was like, aw, and he moved a little bit, and I was like, aw, and I had bright red lipstick on, and it sort of got smushed into his shoulder, and then when I pulled back, I was like, oh no, I think I got lipstick on your shirt. I'm so sorry. And Rob was just like, it's all good. It's all good. I was like, okay, bye.
I can't. Of course, he's just completely wonderful about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, it's fine.
You were so remorseful about all of that, and I mean, I don't think there was really a need. I think you were just very.
I lacked so much self-awareness that I don't know how it came off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the show was amazing. I liked when they. I feel bad saying this because it's not it's a Loud and Swain song, but the version of Eskimo they played, the way that they did it.
It was so good.
It sounded different.
Huh?
It was slowed down. I don't know the musical terms to describe it, but it was slower and it was twangy. There was some a little bit of
Oh yeah, you were
drums
the
and bass. Yeah, I had feelings about it. I don't know if y'all watched Adult Swim back in the day, maybe close to 10 years ago, but they had a really aggressive curator of music. And they would put out albums and stuff from unknown artists.
Mhm.
They did one. It's called Chocolate Swim, and it was all off the beaten path hip hop. They had one that was purely African artists, so it had whole other it was very carefully curated shit. It was all interesting and it was all good.
Mhm.
And this is probably the first, like, just that version, probably because it was so unfamiliar to what I'm used to. Like, it sounded remixed a little bit, but like slow down a little Southern. I get excited about music. It was so fucking good. It made me so happy. Ha. I have like 4 different versions of it that I put into MP3 form.
When Lua's getting verklempt, you know that like something's happening.
Yeah, there's had a moment.
And then Hallelujah, the second night, was especially good. And
yeah,
Kyle the drummer was someone had given them glow sticks on a string, and he was sitting there waving his glow stick with the song.
felt pretty
I
special.
enjoyed his like sort of touristy forays into participation, because like going through. So I've got I spent like probably 7-8 hours going through all of YouTube, all of Twitter, not all of Twitter, probably like 30% of the video that's out there, and putting together this like 130 or so video playlist of just that one. No, of the whole tour, but of both the first and second night for New York. There's a lot of videos, and in putting together what I got the most comprehensive coverage for July 1st, so I started to put that together, which means spending a lot of time. If you're an incompetent editor like I am, which means I can't get through shit if the colors don't match, so I gotta stop and fix that and all that. You spend a lot of time looking at individual frames, and the amount of time that drummer Kyle is like peering curiously around Jason, like, or like he's just reacting to something in a bizarre, like, it becomes this whole other confusing like narrative. That you can't possibly understand. You're not them. So you don't know what like in jokes they have with whatever the fuck faces they're making at each other. But there's a lot going on there. Like particularly with Billy and Jason, something about like Billy will do certain things while playing and look at Jason, and they just have the best time of their lives. Like this is the funniest thing either of them have ever seen. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
There was during Wagon Wheel, because during the Q&A, Rob and people had said they wanted to hear Billy sing, and Billy was like, no. And then they said that there's a part in Wagon Wheel where Billy starts singing a little bit before they do, and they were like threatening to not come in and let him sing on his own. So when that part happened, he's like,
I was living. I was just living that.
Like he started a little later because he didn't want to start alone because he knew that they were going to do the thing, and you just see Billy and Jason looking at each other like, don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it.
That was so good. I know that, like, I mean, from this being my first fandom experience, and then also obviously my first show with either Loud and Swain or Station Breaks, there were a few times where I felt like maybe I'm not paying enough attention to the band because I kept turning my whole body to kind of look at everybody and see their faces and how they're interacting with everybody. And that was kind of an interesting thing for me.
Did you feel that they were having, like, they were, I don't know, viewing it on some other level than you were, or, like, looking for different things?
I felt almost as if, I mean, I don't know really every single person who was there. I don't know their whole story, but I feel like they kind of just, there's a rhythm, I think, to these shows now. And once a certain song is announced or like the first couple bars are played, people just kind of know that they're getting into like a certain mode. Like, especially for, I mean, with Station Breaks exclusively, you know, obviously Hallelujah is a big deal. And certain other songs too, they played a couple of Swain songs. So that was interesting too, because I'm more familiar, obviously, from watching SNS, either via Stageit or Periscope, what the fan response is typically for these songs. And I felt like the kazoo, the attempt that we made at the kazoo part for those shows was interesting. But I feel like I was being more academic about it than I really should have been. I should have just been experiencing it. But I was like, I was like, this is very interesting, and I can't place why because I'm
always do it.
But yeah, I was like, I wasn't in my right mind, but I was still like, this is interesting, and I'm gonna note this for later.
I thought it was interesting too because it is a new dynamic. Like, and this is the part where I become self-conscious and we're just gonna bore the shit out of everyone, which I think about for about 4 seconds until I realized I would not apologize in any case because you showed up to this bullshit. I mean, that's on you. But like it's a new dynamic, certainly. Like and I had said to Scout, like, I realized like 10 minutes into that show on Sunday, I think, like, Station Breaks is the same number of syllables as Loud and Swain. I knew immediately what was going to happen. People are going to chant that. Like, the behaviors that people brought into it,
Right.
like, were predictable in a way that somebody more academic or better versed than me could probably comment in a meaningful way on, like, what it says about our fandom or who's showing up to these. But, like, the fact that people brought kazoos to a Station Break show
Yeah.
and gave them no choice about whether
Right.
they were doing medicated, like, it makes you ask, like, okay, what band am I seeing? What is the context I'm seeing? What is the relationship we have right now?
I'm not sure if it was an expectation that we would use them. It's just like a lucky charm.
I remember Stacy saying
No,
something.
I got you, but I mean, you could see that Rob was very confused.
He was so
Yeah.
confused, but so pleased.
They were
He
pretty-
literally said, like, nothing about this did bring a kazoo.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, how they explain. My cat's being an asshole. I wonder how
Shocked.
they like explained, like, to Kyle what to expect, like how extra we are about all the things.
There was a great moment, like, we saw this at various other shows, like 3 Clubs and stuff. Like, I don't know who the fuck the drummer was then, but I know that, like, it was the same response. But his friend Paul, that was at this, whoever was in New York, he's like, "This is my friend Paul," and you just hear like several dozen voices say in unison, "Hi, Paul," and
did
Rob
that,
just
yeah.
like control his face so that he doesn't make one. Like, he knows who he has in front of him and who just heard it. He's not going to comment. He's not going to react, but he knows that just happened. And there's going to be questions later. Hi, Paul.
I liked when Corbett described us as like a bunch of 7-year-olds at a sleepover. That's what that's like.
Absolutely.
Not wrong.
Christina says Paul and I were best friends by the end of the night. We hung out by the bar. How is Paul, Christina? I would love to hear that. They were genuinely not prepared for it. I buy that. Yeah.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Kyle's just excited to be there. No, but like I say it in a way that's like mocking, but I don't mean it in a pejorative way. Like, I think it's just interesting. Like, they're the group of I was commenting on it the whole time the tour was happening. Like, this is a cohesive group of people that are showing up for several shows, not just one show, definitely more than one at every opportunity. They have consistent expectations. Like, it's just a weird little beast of a community.
And it's like the show isn't just us watching them, it's like us interacting with each other watching them.
Absolutely.
Like arms around each other, hugging each other, which is partially because of alcohol, but like we're just like really excited to experience the thing together.
Well, that's something that's incorporated into it. Like, so I don't know if to what extent she's put it out there, but Naomi, who has been on here before, Paisley, 71% of the shows, y'all are heroes. I see you. But Naomi did that panel for Fan Studies Network. It was a couple weeks ago in England. It was specifically about live streaming and creation entertainment. We were the point of study for that. Like, that was us as a fandom. And she had put an offer out there to send her slides. Now, it's because research in this way is what she does for her day job too. She works for a university. But on the fan side of things, because she used to run a convention and she is in fandom, she focused it on us. And in her data, or rather in her findings, it talks about people, the value of live streaming not covering just like you can see the thing in real time, but whereas Stage It broadcasts something, Periscope was fans sharing something. And being the person doing the Periscope, seeing your friends comment on it and having that experience with them was essential to it. Like, and Stage It cuts that out.
Yeah.
Like the people in the room have no connection with people watching at home. But for Periscope, they get to be in that moment together. I just talked for so long.
No, that I'm like riveted. That sounded sarcastic, and it wasn't. No, completely. Like I only periscoped once because
Mhm.
that was before it was banned and stuff, and like I was watching the SNS and I had like 70 people in my hand, and I felt like there's definitely a sense of like community, like you're helping, paying it forward.
Definitely.
And you're like, I have 70 people in my hand that are having this moment with me.
And I think we had during Europe month, we had Connie, who had casually commented at some point, because they had been doing periscopes during Jib before Daniela lost her shit, because personally I think she's fucking garbage. But before she lost her shit, and she'd commented like idly, like she's at a concert or whatever the fuck it was, and her friends are like trying to hand her food and drink. She's like, I'm working, in this adorable German accent. But like it does feel like that. Like it does take focus and effort. Like it's not
Yeah.
like it is, sure, it's recreation, but it's also an actual task. But people keep doing it. Like Cam has done dozens of hours of periscopes. I have like over 100 pieces of footage from her just from 2016. Because yeah, it's work, and yeah, there's an extent to which you're like maybe a little dial back from being present, but it's so worth it for the hundreds of people saying like, I enjoy the fuck out of this right now.
Mm-hmm. She's a hero.
She super is, yeah.
Paddington.
I was wondering what I was hearing. It was definitely the cat.
Yeah, he was an asshole wanting to come in the room and immediately wanted to leave. Don't be an
Uh-huh.
asshole. I've been gone so much that he's just being a needy baby.
Hey, you know what I wanted to run by you guys?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to creation, I had started interacting in late fall, maybe end of the year or so, in trying to assist them in a verbally agreed upon conscious way, as opposed to like continuing to tear them down in public. Since that's off the table now because they're fucking cunts, I was thinking that I'm no longer motivated to discourage anyone from streaming, and I thought that there's a great app that just does audio streaming, that you could be at an event and stream audio from. And I'm not saying that anyone should do this at a Creation Con, because God forbid I ever suggest that. I wouldn't do that. But I do feel that if anyone chose to, God fucking help the person that tried to locate an audio streamer. What would you do? Literally nothing.
Right.
And I thought maybe I could test that out in the week that we have for ChiCon, and if it worked, and anyone incidentally wanted to test that app out on their own in the near future. So if I download the app and I test it out, do you guys want to like tune in and see if you can hear me like making noise with the audio streaming?
Yes.
See if it works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I think that should someone choose to do this, they should make sure that their username is not their name or their Twitter handle.
Yeah, they should probably do that. Or they could just DM them to me. My DMs are open.
Right.
Just saying.
Nothing overt. Just
Casually related.
super casual.
It would help a lot. Yeah, it would help a lot with the. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Taylor. Not that I would ever suggest that anyone do this for a live event such as the Creation Entertainment Convention.
No.
Who, can go fuck themselves. But I do think that if it happened, that would cut down on like the what did somebody actually say, because it does cause problems. Is it Mixler? Yeah, that is the correct name of that app. Yeah, no E. It used to be free. It now causes you to like do a free trial or like month-long subscription thing. I do know someone that would pay for probably up to 3 people willing, unrelated to a convention next weekend.
Well done. Well done.
Just passing it on. Just passing it on. Shame Owl probably could do some audio. Gosh, owls, they have good ears, you know? It's a feature, not a bug.
Okay, oh my god. All right. We have to talk about the live animals at this con. There was a pirate who had an eagle. A fucking eagle. And
An eagle? What kind of pirate has an eagle?
Do pirates have eagles?
The most feared pirate in all the seas.
He just had at first I thought it was fake, and then it like flapped its wings, and I was like, oh shit. I was very intense about it. I was like, there's a bird in here. I was like, and then I immediately thought of like that thing you tweeted before where the eagle grabbed the guy's nuts. I thought it was turtle eggs. And I was like,
what?
And I was like,
It's a thing that happened. It's a thing that happened.
on a nude beach. I was like, what if this eagle like goes rogue? But yeah, it was just an eagle hanging out with a pirate, and then later on there was a booth that was just owl things, like plushy owls and owl art and all kinds of owl things, and then there was a little perch, and it said with a note saying, "I'm alive, please don't pet me." And there was a live owl, but it wasn't there. It was like on a break. The owl was like on a break.
It's a union mandated break.
Yeah.
And I came back later and the owl still wasn't back, and I was so fucking disappointed because I really wanted a selfie with the owl.
Hey, I need to read something. This is not coming from me, so that I, strictly speaking, can't be continued to be blackmailed for talking shit on creation. But I'm, strictly speaking, reading a comment from somebody who listens to A-Hole Radio. Twitter user says, on radio, will you discuss now that all that data is in the hands of a third party, they can do anything with it. No one has any recourse. Talking about the app that was out there today with the list of all the ticket holders. Giving them that data, CE agreed to that company's terms of service on behalf of those individuals. Junk mail, spam, telemarketing, private numbers, no one doing it. This is in reference to, let me find it. This is not the right motherfucking half. Give me a sec. Of course, a gentle, lovely social media guy went out of his way to solve this problem earlier today. However, company policy current privacy policy says they don't sell or trade or otherwise transfer data outside the company, but they, all caps, did. And, quote, does Creation Entertainment disclose the information it collects from its visitors to outside parties? Creation Entertainment does not currently sell, trade, or otherwise transfer outside the company personally identifiable information that visitors voluntarily provide in any registration, purchase, or email list submission. This information is used to support related transactions made on the site and to better know our visitors and possibly tailor any specific features, promotions, or other notifications to them. So the takeaway here is they did do that. Regardless of how quickly they fixed it, that happened. If that's a threat to you, you are fucked. It is out there. Which doesn't come from me, by the way, just quoting. Moving on. So there was an owl.
There was an owl. I didn't see it, but there was an owl. And I was like, why are there so many birds? And then 10 minutes later, I'm walking, I turn around, and so there's a fucking snake in front of me. Like, right there. Like, its face was just right there. And I was like, whoa. Like a giant boa, something. I don't know. It was a real big snake.
Canada's wild, y'all. I don't know what's going on up there.
Crazy shit. Ridiculous shit. They like use in the middle of everything.
Why is this a zoo?
Was it an emotional support eagle?
An emotional support snake. You don't know. Can you imagine getting on a plane? This is my emotional support snake. You can't get away from me. Snakes on a plane.
Spain wrote a song for that.
What? Swain, yeah. Swain has a song on the Snakes on a Plane soundtrack, and that makes me so happy.
Wait, what?
Swain,
Is
apparently.
that a thing that's happened in
Yeah.
real life?
It's the thing that happened in
It was.
Oh my god, I know nothing.
There was a contest to get songs on the Snakes on a Plane album or whatever, and they entered it, and they didn't win to be the whatever single, I think it was. I don't know, but they got on the album, and I think that's amazing.
I mean, I believe it. I mean, somehow that's got to be true. But I'm gonna need to see this in print.
I've heard it before, but I feel like
That's wonderful. That's so great. Let's see.
we'll have to dig it up. I've heard it's. I think I found it like on someone's Dropbox. It's almost like they don't want people to hear it. Okay, I'm trying to read the chat. Emotional support Snakes on a Plane would be a great movie. Wait, Fallon. Probably better.
Does it
than
support
Snakes on a
you
Plane.
by making everybody else uneasy? Is that the way that it makes you feel better?
It's just 2 hours of two people sitting next to each other on a plane. One has a snake and the other one's just deeply uncomfortable. Robin.
By default, you just feel better.
Two people antagonizing each other. Robin Rich. Rich would be the one with the snake, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. But he's also afraid of flying. Well, would that make sense? Because emotional support.
Yeah, that would make sense. He would do anything and everything.
Yeah.
The glee that he would get out of making Rob that uncomfortable, I think that would get him through the flight.
Rob would fall asleep and wake up, and the snake is just like wrapped around him. I want that to be a King of the Con episode.
Oh my god.
Rich.
I can see it. I can see it.
Christina
Is there
says,
anything else that we... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
or Christina said, I feel a teensy bit bad about the app thing, mostly because it's a thing that could totally have helped with conventions that we didn't have to beg and plead them for. I mean, conventions do have apps now. Like, I just went to a convention today where they had an app that tells you the schedule, and you can customize your list of what you're doing. It gives you updates when our schedule changes. Like, it's great that they were trying to do an app, but that was just an incredibly bad fuck up. Like, you don't fuck with the privacy of people's information. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah, I don't understand how that could have been taken any other way. It's just not okay that was a thing. Am I getting it right that was resolved at this point now? Or are they working on it? Or
I think it's resolved. Yeah, I mean, at least they were on top of it. They realized, and they're fixing it. That's good. What else are people saying in the chat?
that's not changing.
Something about Ben Franklin.
Of course.
Alabama. Ruth had some cute snaps of some of the animals at the con. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah, I did notice that. She was all about this hedgehog. I know that.
There was a hedgehog?
There was a hedgehog. Yeah, she was trying to make it smile, and I was like, this is the most precious thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
can't believe I missed the hedgehog.
You need to watch that.
I feel
Snapchat
like
was
it was
lit today.
Huh. I sort of forget that Snapchat exists for long periods of time. And then when I remember,
I go through phases where I'll be super into it and then I'll go away for a while and then I'll come back.
yeah. It's all that matters for like an hour when I remember that it exists.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Fallon, the top pirate has an eagle. That's Eagle 1. Was the eagle an emotional support eagle? I like to think that pirate just, needed, he just needs some support.
Needed an
It's
eagle
very
friend.
crowded in there. It's very stressful. Sometimes you just need a little bit of help from an eagle.
It's slightly less popular song by the Beatles.
It's the B-sides.
Yeah.
Is the shame owl your comfort animal?
Listen. Anne just
Do
gave
its
me this
tweets
fucking
comfort you?
owl. She just gave it to me, and I have it, and I liked it, and I still don't know why it has a Twitter account, why it's a thing. I get tweets every day about saw these owls, thought of you, and I'm like, thank you, but why?
You get owls. I get
I
pineapples.
just have this.
Can
I have a
see
lot of things,
unicorns?
man. I have a candle. I have a contacts case. Like, I have this also.
I'm gonna
But-
start.
It's become such an emblematic thing. I have no control at all over whether I'm associated. I have so many graciously, generously given owl-based gifts in my apartment that I still have no fucking context for other than happening to own this. Like, I get it, but I do have it.
I'm gonna start tweeting Julia just pictures of trees because you're
Do it.
Willow
Send her
Row.
fucking
I saw a tree and I
Send her
thought of you.
fucking willow.
There's not been an object or an animal associated with me just yet, but
But
my
you're
day will
Willow
come.
Row.
Yeah, sit still long enough.
You have an emoji that's like leaves. So
Yeah,
I just think of trees.
Like, just
Trees are your
I mean,
totem.
plants in general.
Plants.
here's an owl thing. Thank you, Casey, for that.
Cute. Stop. That's cute.
Oh, I'm not done.
I love how she's like endearingly exasperated.
Here's an owl thing. Thank you, Katarina, for that.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, it's cute.
Oh, I got more, but they're in a
Oh.
tote, so they
Oh,
get smashed.
let me
These
show you my
goddamn assholes
pineapple
being
thing.
so great all the time. This is terrible.
I'm gonna show you my pineapple things.
Do it.
Oh, God.
Well, if I'm
Julia.
Willow, if I'm plants in general, what are people gonna send me?
So
I mean, I think Emmy's got the corner on that, probably
Oh.
being plant.
Julia sent me
Yes.
this.
I did.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
It's
so
very-
fucking cool.
It's got pineapple on it.
And Sarah sent you the pineapple that says Hockey Dad on the back because she found the most Canadian thing she could find in her
Yeah.
grocery store.
Yeah, pineapple filled me in on that one in New York City. I was like, I don't understand this, and then I realized it was the most
My
appropriate
laptop.
gift possible.
My laptop has a pineapple sticker on it, but I can't show you that. And then I have a fucking
Yeah, there it is.
beautiful bottle opener that says Pizza's Perfect Pairing. Hockey Dad.
She was so proud when she was like, I found a way to make it more Canadian. I was like, you must do this.
Oh, that's right. We couldn't find the bottle opener in the place.
Karen sent me pineapples.
No, they're super
Oh
cute.
my god!
Yeah. I think I have more.
I love your fan clubs.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
There's 20 pineapple stickers. What's gonna fuck me up is when he knows that we talked about this tomorrow.
Aw.
no.
Like he intuits it from the air.
No, don't let him. find
You're
it.
not supposed to play favorites.
Liddy drew a pineapple when she
Mhm.
sent me some.
Oh, it's yelling, it looks like. I love it. It's all cats
It
saying
smells-
right now.
Look at it.
Perfect.
Corbett sent me a pineapple pin. I haven't told her this yet, but I put it on my lanyard in Vegas Con, and at some point it fell off, and I'm deeply upset
No.
about it. Like deeply upset.
Just gonna find out by
I
tomorrow.
was like, she gave me this thoughtful gift, and I fucking lost it, and I feel bad. So it's somewhere in Vegas. I think I have other things, but I can't remember now. Definitely have more.
I love how like your Station Breaks poster and all your stuff is like still like strewn on your bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just living the dream. That poster's pretty sick though. I like that.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
I got a little mangled on the way here, but okay.
I think I'm being tweeted gifts that are intended for you, Julia. Because these fuckers are relentless. Speaking of which, credit card
Oh my
offering some KFC coupons. Alicia, you're fucking killing me.
Oh yay! It's so what?
Alicia, you got those KFC coupons I sent you.
Oh
Max
my
jealous.
god.
Oh,
That's so thoughtful.
it is.
Practical.
All right. I think it's been like 2 hours. We were so good for a while about keeping it short.
I mean, to be fair, the first hour was like trying to figure out how to exist.
Yeah.
and that is a frequent struggle.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've. Fallon, I think about that a lot. I know this is one of those moments. She says, I love when Lua reads things out of the chat, but if you couldn't see the chat, you'd just think she was insane. It actually, like, comforts me a lot because I've gotten shit from creation before about these, from different con companies, from a couple of actors. Like, some people popped in, and it makes me feel better to know that there are huge swaths that are inexplicable. Like, there's no context. If you don't know that there's a chat that you can no longer see, good luck understanding what the shit is happening right now.
It's like a curse and a blessing that the chat disappears. This is why I always say people's names when I read it out, because I'm like, this is not going to make sense later if anyone's watching it.
Right.
I don't have that kind of forethought. It's probably apparent. Corbett, you say that because you're not fucking here. I see you, buddy. But yeah. What else do we have going on? We have Cons Beyond. Cons Beyond is great. Cons Beyond is through Kayla, Powell, and Breyer of Nerds and Beyond, and in a completely coincidental fashion have decided this is time and the place to really embrace putting spotlight on the things that our faves do outside of specific North American convention companies, because there's so many other things that they do, and specific North American creation companies can only fit so many people in a schedule, but there's this whole other range of things. People do, like Curtis Armstrong is doing a book tour, like Ruth was just at this past convention. If you follow Cons and Beyond, you will see that part of their website and also get regular updates via Twitter where people you know are going to be, so that you can go and enjoy that and share your experience for something short of the cost of a bone marrow transfer. And also, if you're inclined to, share your story about it.
I, for one, would like to learn more.
Yes, it's at Cons and Beyond, and there should be I think we're going to integrate that with the database so that I'm not a data structure kind of brain, like just not that quick, but I try, but should make it so that we can input their info into our structure so that you can just search where the fuck is this person going to be, and it'll show you the next dates, but still working on that. It's a work in progress, but POW, I'm so grateful that you guys are doing it because it's so considerate.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody can afford the cost of a black market limb to see somebody they care about. So,
Here.
Fallon, I know this about you. I saw your Eagle One comment. We talked about that. Still upset about that pie. Alright, I think that's all I got, guys. What about you? Anything else?
I guess I didn't talk much about Ruth's panel, but it was really fucking good. And I was trying to live tweet it, and I've never really live tweeted a panel because usually they're either being recorded or I don't have Wi-Fi or whatever the fuck. So I was really trying to tweet it, and it's hard because so much is being
It is hard.
I type slow and I'm clumsy and everything is misspelled. And like I'm trying to put it in a thread and it's a mess. And like, but she was so funny and so interesting. And like at one point she just jokes. I just really enjoy like her like sort of dark sense of humor where she's like, I don't have children, I have shoes. And like she was saying
Relatable.
I try to remember what she said. She's like, oh, I love this more and I love my nephew. She's like, just kidding. And she's like, no, he's a little shit. I'm like, just kidding. I was like,
her delivery is always so like unflappable.
It's just because
you don't know what to believe.
Sweet. It sounds so sweet, but it's really dark.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit, I mean, not upset, but like that we didn't, it was so overwhelming in New York City when she was there that I feel like there wasn't an appropriate moment to say hello, but I really would love to have been able to. She seems delightful.
Yeah.
You get another opportunity to do it. Absolutely.
Oh, I sure will.
Yeah. Ruth and Rachel. Oh, it was cute during the before the show. Jason and Billy came out and started clearing a path in the crowd to make sure Rachel and Ruth could come in to get to their spot. And like they're just going by like, hi everybody. It was cute.
Yeah, it was nice to see them.
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't going to muscle through the crowd to say hello or anything if we didn't have to. But
yeah, no, everyone was really respectful and moved out of the way and everything. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, her panel was great. She's funny. A small child, like a little girl, walked up and to the mic all nervous, like she's like, what was it? How do you become an actor? And Ruth went full Rowena, and she was like, you sell your soul to the devil. Like,
oh my god,
little girl.
What?
It was so funny.
I mean, I'm living, but like, who says that to a
But like immediately she went out of the stage to like hug her and stuff. But it was hilarious. It was so dark.
Meanwhile, her parents are like shitting her pants. Like, how do you explain that?
Also, she was very avoidy when people were talking about whether Rowena was going to come back. At one point, someone was asking a question and they said, are you going to pull a Jared and spoil that you're coming back? And then they asked another question and she just glossed over it. Like, she just very much avoided talking about that altogether. And then at one point someone asked her how would she end the show? And then she was saying that Rowena would she would burn Lucifer to the ground. There were at least 3 comments where she made about how much she wants to kill Lucifer, or how much Rowena wants to kill Lucifer. And yeah, she was saying she would burn Lucifer to the ground, kiss Dean, she would shrink Sam, she would pick Castiel's wings off for fun.
How dare! How dare!
All right. She's like, just for fun, because she's like that. And but she said it with such an air of like sweetness that you can't. You're just like, oh,
But yeah,
no,
you're like, okay, but I mean, all right.
I mean, yeah. And then after that, another child dressed as Cass came up, and then she was like, "Will you pick off my wings?" Because she was wearing like fake wings. Ruth was like, yes, I will. And then like the kid came up and like turned around and like she just like pulled on her wings, and it was adorable. There was actually quite a few dudes who went up and asked questions. And questions about like were there any challenges about being a woman on set and stuff like that, like very thoughtful questions. And I was like, oh, it's good. There weren't like really bad.
The dude asked about that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. The dude, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the dude asked that. One of the dudes asked. It was like, I think 3 or 4 guys that asked questions. And then what was I gonna say? I lost it. But yeah. Oh yeah, there weren't any really like bad questions or inappropriate. Somebody asked, their question was to ask for a hug, which is probably the worst question, but like not offensive.
Right. Not really the time or place, but
which is like people who just don't really go to films, you know.
Right. I'm so afraid of making that mistake at my first convention, but at the same time, I actually don't care because my personality dictates that I don't give a shit about that stuff. So,
but it's like, and it's not like especially these big pop culture conventions. The questions tend to be, I think, worse than like, I don't know, because they tend to be very generic things. But the questions were really good. There was a prank question, of course. She told the calendar story.
I think I catch that, yeah. Prank question, drink.
Oh, there was a moment where it got real tense because somebody brought up poutine, and she was like, oh, actually, and then everyone thought she was gonna say she did not like poutine. And legit got like, there was like a wave of like apprehension, like, what are you about to say? And she was very different, but like there was a moment the crowd was about to turn on her.
Oh my god. Isn't Montreal, that area is like the hub of that kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, it's like poutine ground zero.
Right.
Very, very
like,
proud. You're like, we invented putting gravy on fries, and we are proud of it, and don't you insult me.
I mean, let's be honest, America's pretty proud of some very obscure and borderline inappropriate things, so I mean, I'm all there for fries with gravy and fucking cheese on it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I've heard that like Americans think that it's weird or gross, and I'm like, I don't understand. Those are all good things. But I also think cheese fries are super weird. That's not like really a thing here. And
okay, but are you talking about like actual cheese melted on fries, or are you talking about like that weird like soupy cheese?
Like it looks like nacho cheese. I see Lua is losing her shit in our hangout chat. Because I have seen her eat that like 8 times. Every time I was like, that's
she's not okay right now.
I'm about to get booted from this hangout.
We're both just injected.
You guys can't see her, but she's just all.
She just got so metal. She's like,
hey, fries, motherfucker. You put nacho cheese on fries. Like I could understand if it was like some real cheese, but it's like nacho cheese is just like flavored plastic.
Don't mess with French Canadians and their cheese, okay?
The silence now is actually more frightening than.
Yeah, it's terrifying, actually, to be honest. Are we live still?
We are.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's in the YouTube chat now, yelling about cheese fries.
Oh my god.
Okay, yes, Scout. Poutine has cheese on it. Poutine has good cheese. It has curds. Like St. Albert's curds is what goes on a proper poutine. It is delicious. And it does not compare to putting nacho cheese on fries.
Yes. Yes, you assert yourself. You assert yourself.
I will.
Moms are not the ideal delivery of anything. False.
Listen.
False.
Curds in itself is a gross word. Listen, you know what? I was gonna say I don't go to your country and insult your food, but I literally just did. literally just did. You never actively want something to be a curd.
That'll be you though.
Cheese curds are amazing, and they kind of squeak when you eat them.
Okay, so was it you that was talking about this? Tasha was all about the squeaking cheese curds, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go that far and say that they squeak, but
I did see a thread at one point where people got really in depth trying to understand why they squeak. They squeak.
They just do, right?
Yeah, they just do.
No other explanation.
I mean, while you're eating them, while you're chewing them, like not like.
No, I like. Don't get me wrong. I eat them all of the time. I don't know if you saw the post that I made on Twitter, but the restaurant that we live underneath now, that we've just moved to, makes cheese curds. I don't know if I don't know that they're any in any way compared to Canadian cheese curds, but it was part of the decision.
They make
that we
them
made
themselves.
something.
I feel like that's probably quality.
Yeah, they do.
Cheese does not squeak. Don't tell cheese what it can or can't do.
Right? So oppressive.
I'm enjoying how you're upsetting the Americans right now.
Squeaky cheese for the win. Yes, honey.
Nacho cheese is liquid at room temperature. So.
All right, I feel like at this point somebody should make a poll related to cheese curds / squeaking foods.
To call upon my countrymen to help.
Please.
So yeah, it was almost a controversial moment, but she did not insult our national pride and joy. So it was okay.
She's a classy lady.
She's a classy lady. She kept trying to speak French and it was so cute.
Oh.
She was like, "Je suis Ruth."
That's me. Like literally, yeah.
She asked the moderator to translate something, but his French was really bad, and he like translated it terribly. And then the crowd started all at once translating it in different variations, and it was just a lot of yelling in French at Ruth, who was like, "Okay."
I'm just here doing my best. I don't know what to do.
All right, I guess we can probably wrap this up. Now it's just going to be like a fucking fight about cheese for a week on Twitter now. I can feel it.
I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you mean.
This is quality entertainment, y'all.
What did Scout say that was deleted?
I don't know, but Tasha deleted it.
Oh my God.
Redacted. There's no place here. Beck is lactose intolerant. She's a bigot.
Moderator as fuck right now.
Fact. It's just, she can't scout. She's deleted.
What is happening to our chat?
I don't
We've
know. All right, it's time to cut these poor fuckers loose.
Night, night.
We started. We ended it.
Time
like
for
we
us all to have
started
a
it
nap.
in a struggle.
Beep goes the struggle bus. There's a stop for everyone. Right.
There's a stop for everyone.
I'm gonna hang this up. Fucks. They're not even paying attention. They're arguing. They have passionate feelings about cheese. They're into metaphor now.
Oh, just let him go.
Paisley says, "Angel."
I'm gonna find some cheese curds and just like periscope myself eating them.
Please. Please.
Just like making intense eye contact with the camera.
Oh,
Right.
Dimitri.
Dude, Scout was timed out.
Scout was timed out.
Boy. Yeah, just,
the
but
timeout?
Tasha put her in timeout. Yeah.
Did she make a bad pun?
I don't know if we can like I think it's got to be like a conscious choice on the part of the moderator, but yes, I think puns are on the list. I am hanging this